Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is a United Uncle. Hopefully, I find you well. This is a podcast where passion meets real talk. Today, we're going to talk about the transfer window so far, the links, the rumors, done business, incoming and outgoing. Just give me a bit of your time. Before we start, I've got a new section which is coming, which will be like at the end of every weekend, every week, maybe on a Sunday or Monday, early Monday. I'll be discussing about your comments. If you put comments in the comment section, I'll be discussing about them, putting your comments on the screen. It just depends with how we engage during the week. If the comments are not too much, there's no need to do those videos. But the more you comment, the more I'm able to interact with you. So guys, let's take this opportunity. Let's help each other to support the team. Let's help each other to make the team grow. Starting, we talked about Kuna. Kuna is a done deal. After his international break, he's going to just come back to England. The visa, I'm sure it will be ready. Then the deal will become official. But I'm suspecting that the deal will be official on the 1st of July, where Manchester United is supposed to launch their new jersey. There have been leaked versions of the new kit. I don't know how true is it, but we'll just have to wait for that one. And there's also this assumption that Kuna wants the number 10. And we all know who wears the number 10 jersey at Manchester United, which is Marcus Rashford. There have been also developments about Kuna, about Mbeumo. They said Mbeumo only wants to play for Manchester United. But there's a catch to this deal. It's not going to be as easy as the Kuna deal, because Mbeumo is not on a release clause. Mbeumo, you have to negotiate with Brentford. And we are now starting to hear a lot of prices. Mbeumo was quoted at 50 million all along, but now the price is going up and up according to media, according to different media outlets. So we don't know which is true. Is it because it's now Manchester United who wants the player, or the player is chosen to play for Manchester United? So that takes, the one which you always say Manchester United takes, is now coming into effect. But the good thing, the player wants to come. So it's just up to Manchester United to do a good deal, a good package with the Kuna. You imagine the combination of Kuna and Mbeumo. We can't wait for that one. But this is going to be a long thing. But hopefully Ineos and crew, they're going to wrap this up as soon as possible. Because when you go to our preseason, we need all our signings on our preseason too. That's the only way we can see if the team is ready or not. We've been linked to a couple of strikers. It's just rumors. There's no weight in that. There's Gyökeres, there's Osimhen, there's Benjamin Sesko, there's Mitrovic. Recently, we've been linked again to Hugo Ekitike. So, I don't know, guys. But I know Manchester United for a fact, they are looking for a striker. Which one of the on the list which I gave you, which you think would be perfect for Manchester United? If it was me, between Victor Osimhen and Gyökeres. But I've got my doubts that they are looking for Victor Osimhen. Because, one, this is a fact. It's got nothing to do being whatever you might call it. This is a fact. Osimhen comes from Nigeria. So there's a probability that we have Onana, Cameroon, Mbeumo, Cameroon, Osimhen, Nigeria, Ahmad, Ivory Coast, which is 4 players. There's a probability that these players, they might go and play for their national teams in December and January for the AFCON. This year there's got an AFCON. So I doubt if Manchester United are looking to have as much as 4 African players in one team when we are facing an AFCON season. is something which I'm thinking about. We heard that was the reason why they couldn't renew the deal for what is that midfielder who went to Fenerbahce, Amrabat, because they wanted to reduce the African continent. Not because they don't know what they are doing, but to avoid that issue that when it's December, they have to let go of their players. Imagine losing 4 good players in 1 month. It may be to be a crucial month where you need to qualify for the FA Cup, quarter or semi, or Carabao Cup, something like that. I don't know. It's just my take. If we are going for Osimhen, I don't think we'll go for Mbeuma or the other way. That's how I see it. Then there's this issue about our captain, Bruno. Bruno decided to stay. According to media, he decided to stay yesterday. But we all know that this thing was said way back. Even Amorim on his press conferences, he said Bruno has been refusing a lot of things. He knew that Bruno has got an offer where he's got a what, but Bruno was refusing. Bruno had a press conference for Portugal. He refused again. He told you that he refused that some time back to go to Al Hilal. It's not something which just happened yesterday. It was a month ago when the president of Al Hilal called him and he talked to the club, and the club said, you are not going, and he said it's okay. As long as the fans and the club, they want him is willing to stay at Manchester United. I see a lot of people are crying, we needed the money, we needed what. But guys, it's not always greener on the other side. There's no guarantee that new players will improve. We might buy a Mason Mount, someone who just come and gets injured for 70 or so million. We buy another one who just comes and get injured. Bruno, for a fact, he doesn't get injured. But although he's getting to that stage where I can see that maybe Bruno now is getting to that stage that any injury is going to affect him, because Bruno plays a lot. I don't know, guys. What do you think about that? People are saying Bruno can't work as a defensive player, what, all these things. I'm not a coach, but judging with the way I see football, the way I see other teams play, remember, it's us who scored Manchester United. It's us who's supposed to be attacking teams. Maybe once in a while we face a Liverpool, maybe a Man City, we play a defensive style. So if our aim is to be as attacking as possible, remember, Ruben plays like a back five. So it means one of those defenders can invert into the midfield. So there's no problem in Bruno playing that playmaker role. We need more people attacking. The more we have attacking players, the more the opposition don't attack us. Me, I see it that way. That Bruno is, Amorim is worried about the attacking phase of the team. So the more we have attacking players, the better. So we can have a striker, Mbeumo and Kuna, then Bruno and another defensive midfielder. There's no problem in that. It will be a scary attack. When we play against a team which we believe that maybe it's dangerous also to us, we can play 2 strikers. Then maybe Bruno is just behind the striker, then 2 defensive midfielders. You can play around with the system, guys. You are saying it doesn't evolve. Please, just give the team, just give the coach time. I don't know why people should cry that Bruno is staying at Manchester United. He has been a man of the month for, I think, 4 consecutive months. Since Roy Keane talked wrong about Bruno, he has been the man of the month, the player of the month for Manchester United for all those consecutive seasons. I don't know. What more do you want from Bruno? Bruno said he wants to stay to play in the big league. Let him do so. He's just 30, 31. He's not that old that people can cry, guys. Ronaldo is still playing at almost 40 years. Bruno can do that. He's also a Portuguese. He's got the same training, like energy, vigor, like Ronaldo and stuff. So we believe Bruno is going to have a long spell. He still have got at least 4 years to give. So just give him time. Let's support the captain. Why are we complaining? I don't know. That's how I see things. Then Over the issue about Sancho, we talked about it on my short videos, but I'm just summarizing everything. Sancho is coming back. Chelsea, they've paid the 5 million fine for Sancho. It was an obligation to buy, but they decided against it because Sancho wanted a high wage. They couldn't negotiate. So Sancho is back. But I believe he knows where he's going. There have been links of Saudi Arabia and stuff, nothing concrete about that. But as of now, Sancho is going to come back to Manchester. Chelsea, they've paid the 5 million, which is a fine for not taking Sancho. Imagine someone paying you so that they don't keep you. That should be an insult in a way. Rashford, he wants Barcelona. Is willing to let the transfer window go, but we heard what Deco said. Deco is not completely convinced about Rashford, so we have to wait for that one. Rasmus, there's been Inter and what, like what I said, there's a new coach. So who wants Rasmus? Is it the new coach? Is it the club? Or is it Inzaghi? Because Inzaghi is going to El Hilal. Anthony, he did this favor for Real Betis. Real Betis, they're going to negotiate. They want him, but I don't know if they can afford, because from what you're hearing, Manchester, maybe they want at least 30 to 40 million. So we don't know if Real Betis can afford to pay that certain amount. So what I'll be doing, every day I'll give you shorts as news breaks. Then once in a while I'll give you this long form video. Please guys, let's subscribe, let's comment, let's share. The more we talk about it, the more these videos they get into the right hands. We know we need at least 3 attacking players. So far we've got 1. We need 2 more. We need at least a defensive midfielder, someone with energy. Then we need a goalkeeper. If we can get those 5 signings, we are good to go. No matter who goes, no matter who stays. But if we can get 5 key players, which is the spine of the team, we're good to go. Manchester United will be great again. This is a United uncle. I thank you.